The World Wide Web is called the World Wide Web because it goes over the entire planet. So one of the important capabilities is your ability to search in other languages and then take those other languages and read them in some form that you can understand. So Google has spent a lot of time building automatic translation systems and the ability to search in other languages. Let me show you how some of that works. We already talked about the left-hand panel. One of the tools that's down there in the bottom of the left-hand panel is this one right here called Search Translated Foreign Pages. Let me do a quick example for that. If we want to look for something like, say, the Eurozone, because we're interested in what's going on these days from the perspective of those countries, what we might do is a search for Eurozone. We then open up the Search Tools tab here, scroll down to find Translated Foreign Pages. So what this will do is let us search for that word Eurozone in different languages. For example, you could see here Google is suggesting a bunch of automatically suggested languages to search for. We've found lots of pages that use the word Eurozone in Spanish or French or German or Italian. But what I might be interested in is what are the Greeks thinking about that? So I would, for example, get rid of Spanish here, I get rid of French here, because I'm not interested in these at the moment, and I'm going to add the language, in this case, Greek. So I click on Greek, and all of a sudden, we're starting to get results that appear originally in Greek, but show up on this page translated into English. Now you see here the first result is Italy, so I left the Italian result there, so I'm going to turn that one off too. And you can see just to the right the translated version of the query. This is so you can verify that what you're searching for is actually what you're searching for. So here now, we're looking just for translated foreign pages in Greek. And what we've got are pages from the Greek corpus or from newspapers in Greek and so on. What you might want to be able to do in addition is to just click through one of those results. I'm going to click through this one. And what happens is that Google will automatically translate that page from Greek, the original Greek, into English, which is the language that I have. And what you're seeing here is actually this online newspaper. And if I roll over one of the blocks of text, I can see the original language, the source language up there. So this is a very elegant way to go from your query in your language to understanding what is being presented and thought of by those cultures in their own language. Let me show you a less sort of economic example. You might be a student, say, and looking for dolphins, information about dolphin temples. And again, we'll choose Greece. Show search tools, go down to translated foreign pages. I want to add a language for Greek. And I'll again close these other languages because I just want to find out what's going on from the Greek perspective. And we can start to see things like this particular set of pages that are all, again, in the original language of Greece. In addition to being able to search for pages in those other languages, I might want to just go to a page and have it completely translated. So we've seen this capability already. But Google also has the ability to allow you to translate whatever into whatever. So the translation function is hidden here under the More option. If I click there, you'll see Translate appears at the very top. But as I was saying earlier, another approach would be to say Google Language Translation or Translate, and you see the very first result as it's appearing as I type is Google Translate. This is the Google website that will allow you to take a result from one language and convert it into another. So I might ask the question, where is the Shangri-La Hotel? In this case, I'm asking it in Chinese. So this is the converted, automatically translated form from English into Chinese. In this case, I've selected Simplified Chinese. I could change that into Spanish by clicking there, or if I want some other language, I would select the language selector here and choose among many, many different versions of the languages. So you can see we vary from Afrikaans to Yiddish, and we have simplified Chinese versus traditional Chinese. So what we've got here is the ability to search in another language and the ability to translate from whatever it is I want into the target language. This capability to be able to switch languages gives you, in effect, the ability to see the world through the eyes of somebody else in their culture, in their language, the way they write it. This is an important skill when you're dealing with the World Wide Web, when you're trying to understand how other people think about the world and how they think about issues that are important to us in our current news and current culture.